Hi, this is Shehbaz Sharif and you're watching All of Your Business. In All of Your Business, we talk about latest happenings regarding economy in Pakistan and all across the world. Without any further delay, let's talk to our guest, Mr. Mehtab Haider. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Alaikum assalam.
How are you, sir?
I am fine.
So how's your Ramzan going?
It's going very well.
Very well. Sir, my first question and the topic I'm going to talk about is IMF team has finally arrived in Karachi, and Finance Minister said that talks on the third review will begin on Monday. Sir, what do you think Pakistan will get out of these talks? How do you see it?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Thank you very much for having me. This is the third review, and Pakistan expects release of fourth tranche from the IMF under the Extended Fund Facility Program, amounting to approximately $1 billion. And there is another program of climate finance. So Pakistan also expects that its second tranche will be released of around $200 million. So in totality, Pakistan is expecting $1.2 billion, provided both sides are able to strike consensus in terms of staff level agreement, and then the IMF's executive board is going to grant its assent and approval. So it's very significant because in ongoing talks, Pakistan and IMF will have to evolve consensus on the budgetary framework for the next financial year, starting from July 2026. So these talks are quite crucial for Pakistan.
Right. Sir, another development which requires your explanation, and in a very simplified manner, that is Pakistan is facing IMF pressure over $2 billion UAE deposit extension. So what is this about? Can you tell our audience in very simple words?
Actually, Pakistan's total deposits from Saudi Arabia, China and UAE hovers around $12 billion, out of which $5 billion deposits have been given by the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, $4 billion by the China, and $3 billion are lying from the United Arab Emirates. Pakistan has already obtained $3 billion surety and rollover from Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. But from China, they have already secured. UAE is pending. It was going to be matured in January. Then it was granted 1 month extension. After 1 month extension, that was expired in February. Now they have given assurances of 2 month rollover. But IMF requires at least 1 year assurances from the recipient, from the country, from the UAE. So that issue have been raised by the IMF. But Pakistan has given them assurances that it's not a problem and it will be covered for the whole 36-month period. But IMF requires confirmation from the UAE in writing. So it will become a crucial issue during this ongoing talks.
Right. So what do you think Pakistan has challenged regarding this?
Actually, Pakistan requires confirmation from the UAE government, and Deputy Prime Minister Ishaq Dar as well as the economic team have negotiated with them. As we have seen that at the highest level, the contacts with the UAE authorities are continuing, and they are hoping that in the next phase, they are going to provide a long-term rollover, at least having a 1 year period.
Right.
And it will help Pakistan to get and meet the whole external financing needs requirement.
Right, right, right.
So it is very significant.
It's very significant. So another thing which seems like a good news, Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has hinted at reducing direct taxes in upcoming budget to support businesses. So does that mean that upcoming entrepreneurs and maybe business people are going to see less taxes?
Actually, Prime Minister and Pakistan wishes to reduce two burdens. One is in shape of taxes, and especially the direct taxes. And second one is related to the reducing of the energy cost. So, as we have earlier discussed that IMF team is in town, they have just in Karachi, and they are going to start the negotiations with Ministry of Finance from the next week. So Pakistan is going to seek a lenient attitude from the IMF in order to reduce the tax burden in the next financial year, especially for the salaried class, as well as for the formal manufacturing sector. As Pakistan expects that at least the tax rate of the super tax must be or should be reduced in the upcoming budget.
Right.
At the moment, it is over and above the normal taxation regime, and in case of higher income brackets of individuals, it hovers around beyond the taxable limits or ceiling, and in some cases it crosses 40%, and it touches more than 45%. But for the formal sector, manufacturing sector, the overall taxation rate hovers around more than 55 and in some cases 60%.
Right.
Along with 10% this super tax. So government of Pakistan actually wants to slash it down, or actually they are wishing to abolish it. But it might not be possible, but they are seeking rationalization of super tax in the upcoming budget. As well as they are trying to convince the IMF to further reduce the electricity tariff, because power sector is facing a lot of problems.
Right. So since IMF was very happy with our review, we talked about in our previous episodes, do you think as an expert analyst that it's going to happen regarding the taxes? The taxes would be waived off or taxes would be abolished?
Actually, there are two options. The option number one is if Pakistan asks for reduction in the tax rates for the salaried class as well as for the manufacturing sector, there is a certain target given by the IMF. So IMF will raise a question that how you are going to bridge this gap on account of FBR taxes, as the IMF will ask Pakistan, may ask Pakistan to raise the taxes from the retailers as well as from the agriculture income. So there will be a trade-off. So Pakistan will have to choose to broaden its tax base. If Pakistan enables to do it, then IMF will grant its permission or grant its go-ahead to reduce the tax rates for salaried class as well as for the manufacturing sector. So broadening of the tax base is the solution.
Is the solution. So we have talked about the energy sector, we have talked about reducing the cost of it. So at the same time, power sector of Pakistan, its losses have crossed 1 trillion annually. 1 trillion rupees,
yes,
which is huge. So I would like you to tell our audience that what were these losses about, and what does it mean in the future? Are citizens of Pakistan going to face a lot of burden in the bills?
Actually, the problem is that the power sector's cash bleeding can be gauged from the latest report released by the NAPRA. You are quoting the report released by the NAPRA.
Right.
It says that the power sector's distribution and transmission losses are hovering around more than 17%, 17.5%. And the inefficiencies of discos as well as K Electric, recovery of bills, in recovery of bills hovers around more than 3.5%. So in totality, the overall distribution and transmission losses as well as inability to recover the bills hovers around 20-21%. And if you translate into accumulated losses, the DISCOs, transmission, distribution and recoveries related losses are more than 910 billion rupees. And if we add the privatized KE losses as well, because Government of Pakistan also provides subsidy to the K electric consumers, it crosses 1 trillion rupees mark.
That's huge.
That's huge. It means that the power sector losses are hovering around $3.5 billion. So this cash bleeding power sector, Pakistan government will have to resolve it. And how it can be resolved? Through public-private partnership, through privatization, through concessional agreements, because we have done all things, all the measures, required measures, but without improving the overall governance structure, power sector losses cannot be curtailed. So there is a solution that now the distribution as well as transmission should be given into the hands of the private sector. It is not the business of the government to run the business.
Right.
So that is the solution. But there are vested interest, but the government now have a plan to privatize 4 or 5 DISCOs. So let's see what happens in next few months period.
Right. Very well put, sir. So, sir, lastly, I would like you to briefly talk about the topic, the name Roosevelt Hotel. Pakistan has sought about 4 to 5 billion joint investment to redevelop the hotel in New York. So, tell us briefly about the Roosevelt Hotel and what this investment is about and how it is going to advantage Pakistan.
It is one of the premier location Government of Pakistan possesses. It's located in New York. It's a Roosevelt Hotel, and now Privatization Commission has sought applications for, they have already sought applications for selection of financial advisor. 3 applications they have received, and it is the advisor to PM on privatization, Muhammad Ali, yesterday informed that they are going to select the financial advisor in March. Earlier they have selected the JLL, but they preferred to exit it, keeping in view their conflict of interest. Now, with the US administration, Government of Pakistan has recently signed a memorandum of understanding. This financial advisor will apprise or finalize a structure where Government of Pakistan will offer its property, and then the certain investors will join hands with the public-private partnership, and then they are going to raise funding. They will provide some funding from themselves, and the remaining they are going to raise from the banks, international banks. So it is expected that with the estimates of $4 to $5 billion, this Roosevelt Hotel will be reconstructed. At the moment, Government of Pakistan faces a loss of $35 to $40 million per annum due to certain fees and regulatory requirements, because it's located at a prime location. So Pakistan has decided to develop it rather than selling it at any throwaway prices. So it's a good decision taken by the Government of Pakistan.
Right, right. Thank you so much, sir.
Always welcome.
That was all for today. If you want us to talk more about your favorite topics, if you want us to talk about more about electricity bills, do let us know in the comments. Till then, keep watching All of Your Business. This is Shehryar signing out.